Hi guys, welcome to another weekly Forzathon video. Um, yeah, another week, another Forzathon challenge or event 3. So first up we've got warming the tyres, smoke on the asphalt. So the challenge is to get a drift score of 5,000 in a single lap of a drift event in a rear wheel drive car, and the reward is the motorcycle cop driver gear. So this challenge should be pretty easy, assuming you could drift, of course. If not, that's why I'm making this video. I'll leave in the drift footage so you can see how I drift, and I'll try and give you some pointers along the way. No, I struggle with drifting. I don't enjoy drifting, anything like that. Don't enjoy drifting really, so I don't do it, other than the Forzathon events, but that's enough of that. The second event, setting times, get your baseline performance. So the first challenge is to complete a race where you go at least 150 miles per hour at Mugello Club. Again, that should, again, it's in miles per hour. I wish they'd change it so it said kilometers per hour if I'm using kilometers, and depending on your measurement, unit of measurement. But yeah, and then it should be pretty easy to do, hopefully. And then we've got the second challenge, which is to complete 3 laps at Sonoma Raceway in a Tractose Division car. Easy, you just go to Sonoma, boot up a race, do 3 laps in a Tractose Division car, and for that we get 60,000 credits. If you're wondering why I scrolled, I'm streaming on Mixer as a recording, and the chat thing was in the way, so I couldn't quite see. It sits in the middle of my screen. And then the third event, Grey Days. The rain never stopped us. First challenge is to complete a race at Nürburgring in the rain. It could be fun, depending. I'm pretty sure you can do the short track, so it shouldn't be too bad. Assuming there's actual rain and water on the track, not just fog. Anyways, that's something that should be pretty easy to do. And then the second challenge is to complete a race at Maple Valley in the rain. Again, just Maple Valley, set it to rain, off you go. And then the third challenge is to win a race at Sebring in the rain. Again, same thing, just go to Sebring, set it to rain, and off you go. I recommend turning off driver tars for the third challenge there. Guarantees you win, but I'll show you how I will be setting that up later on. And of course the reward for the Grey Days event is the 1998 Subaru Impreza 22B STI Forza Edition. So without further ado, let's jump into the first event, or the first challenge of the first event, which is warming the tyres, which is that drift event I talked about before. So get a drift score of 5,000 in a single lap drift event in a rear wheel drive car. So I'll go set that up and come back with the settings when it's all good to go. Okay, so while it's loading in, I'm at Suzuka Circuit East. If you're not sure, just scroll across up the top here to where you find Suzuka, hit X, and then select the East Circuit. You might want to use a different track or whatever. It doesn't specify the track, so you can use any. I'm just doing that because it's short and I'm pretty confident I can get the 5,000 points in 1 lap. And I've got laps set to 1. Just because I don't see the point of doing more. Game type is drift, track scenario day, car division any. Make sure the game type is drift. That's the only requirement here. And then over in car restrictions, we're hitting RB to get across there. So in car restrictions, scroll down to drive type and set it to rear wheel drive, or RWD. It says there, so you can see RWD. You've got FWD, which is front wheel drive, RWD rear wheel drive, and AWD, which is all wheel drive. We want RWD. Once you've got those, you can hit A, and it'll load up. And I will show you the car and tune that I'm using, so that you can grab it as well. So the car is the 2016 Mazda MX-5 Forza Edition. Now if I back out and find the tune, here, yes. It's called Drift, and the creator is #T86 with a 4 for the A. All caps you can see there on the left of the screen. The creator, so you can search that up and download it if you need to. If you have any tunes or other cars that you find work really well for drifting, please share. Make sure they have to be rear wheel drive for this event though. And we can go ahead and start. I'm going to change one thing. Assists. So you can use any assists you want. These are the assists I use when drifting. And normal steering. So sensor line off, braking ABS off, steering as normal, traction control off, stability control off, and shifting automatic. You can use whatever you prefer. That's just what I prefer. So I'll go ahead and accept that. Zoom. I've got the side markers on. That's fine. It's not an issue. As you can see, this car drifts. It's very easy to put this car sideways, which is why I chose it. So as you can see, we've already got our 5,000 points. I'm not fully accelerating. If you look in the bottom right, you'll see how my acceleration and brake. I use the handbrake there. And I use the handbrake there again. There, and again there. We've already got 11,000. And I use the handbrake there as well. As you can see, I'm not fully accelerating. I'm just trying to steer the car, stop the car from going off the track. Just basically fishtailing down the straight there. And it worked, so got 18,000 points. That's really good. We'll continue. Not a drifter, I don't pretend to be. I've practiced a bit. I've only practiced on the Forza-thon drift events, so you can see there it popped up. We'll quit out, collect the rewards. So we're back here at Forza-thon and claiming the motorcycle cop driver tar gear reward for the first challenge of the first Forza-thon event. At Super Rare Driver Tar Gear it says 4 wheels, 2 wheels, you are the law. We'll accept that. So that was warming the tyres. So now I will set up next event. Complete a race. You go at least 150 miles per hour at Mugello. We're here at Mugello Club to do the first challenge of the second Forza-thon event, or setting times to avoid confusion. So the first challenge is to complete a race where you go at least 150 miles per hour at Mugello Club. So make sure you go to Mugello Club and not the other circuit. I'll show you the settings. So in race setup, we've got here Mugello, so find Mugello there, X, scroll across to the club circuit, which is the shorter one. You've got that highlighted, hit A, go down laps, as many or as few as you want. I've just set it to 1 driver tires. You can have as many or as few as you want. Set it to 23. Try and boost the number of credits I get. Game type, I've got circuit race. Pretty sure you can use any you want. Track scenario, I'm using day. You can set it to whatever. And car division, I've got any, which so opens up every car available. You can set it to whatever you want. You just need to hit 150 miles per hour, which equates to 241.4016 kilometers per hour. Once you've got those settings there set up, you can go ahead and hit A, and then select your car. I'm using the 2018 McLaren Senna, and you can use any car you like. Might have to play around with the car and the tune to get the 150 miles per hour or the 241.4016 kilometers per hour if you're using kilometers like me. And once you've set up, you can go ahead and start the race. Punt him out of the way. There we go. So now it should pop up and let us know that we completed the first challenge, or that we made progress. We'll continue. See there, you've made progress in setting times. Now I'll just go next race. Okay, so now we need to go to Sonoma Raceway and complete 3 laps in a Track Toys Division car. So I'll get that set up, come back and go over the settings with you. So you can see how to set it up. I'll be back in very soon for you. Alrighty, so setting times, challenge 2. Complete 3 laps at Sonoma Raceway in a Track Toys Division car. Race setup, so obviously you go to Sonoma, pick your third circuit. Just done the full circuit. Set laps to 3, which is something I forgot about. Max driver tires, I've got 23, you can use however many you like. It's game type, I've got circuit race, division. Make sure it's Track Toys, and then it'll force you to choose a Track Toys Division car. You got that, hit A, and select your car. Again, making sure it's a Track Toys Division car, which is why you set the car division to Track Toys. Like I just showed, and now you're free to pick a car. We might take this one. Changed my mind, and then you're good to start the race. I'm not a fan of the Track Toys Division. Prefer the Hypercars Track Toys. That's just me. Curious as to what division you prefer out of those two, Track Toys or Hypercars. Feel free to let me know in the comments. There we go. Finished. Right, let's continue. And now it's going to say that we've made progress in setting times and that we've completed setting times. So that's good. I'll back out and collect rewards. Let's see. So the reward for setting times is 60,000 credits. Cool. By setting times I do mean the Forzathon event. Just to clarify that if anyone's a bit confused. And now we're on to the last event, which is Grey Days, or the Grey Days event. The first challenge is to complete 3 laps at Nürburgring in the rain. So I'll get that set up and come back. So here we are, the track's loading in. I'll just recap. Grey Days, complete 3 laps at Nürburgring in the rain. So race setup, I've gone to Nürburgring GP circuit just because it's a bit shorter. I have to double check the laps, I forgot. I think it was 3. Driver task, we've got 23 since it's complete. Game type, circuit race. Track scenario, rain, since we have to do this event in the rain. And the car division I've got set to any. So once you've got that, you're good to go. Visiting Nürburgring GP in the rain, so this will be interesting. I'm not a fan of rain. What's on? Laps, okay. Go back to race setup, make sure you've got 3 laps. Then hit A and you're good to go. I'm back and good to start the race. Yes, cool. This is not going to be fun. I need to finish the paint. My plan for that is to get it all done on the right hand side and then just copy it to the left side. Take the win. Thank you very much. There you go, you can see the paint there. Let me know what you guys think of the paint. It's still a work in progress though. We'll continue on anyways, and I think it's a bit dark, so I need to fix the lighting. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so you would have seen it pop up to say that we've made progress in Grace Light, I think it's called. The Futzthon event, or the challenge thing, whatever. Futzthon. Later race at Maple Valley in the rain. The second challenge of Grey Days, that's what it is. It's called Grey Days. So the second challenge is to complete a race at Maple Valley in the rain. So I've set it up and everything. I'll run through the settings. So obviously go to Maple Valley. I've got the short circuit there. I've got 1 lap, 23 driver tasks. Go over 1 lap reasoning. Simply because it doesn't specify lap numbers, do 1, it's done quickly. Driver task 23 to try and increase credit payout and make it a bit more exciting. Game type circuit race, track scenario day, so it has to be set to, not day, rain. Make sure track scenario is rain and you're at Maple Valley Raceway. And that's all the settings that are required. So we'll arrive here at Maple Valley. I'm doing the short circuit. It's a bit shorter, a bit quicker. Okay, so we're ready to start. So let's start. And there we go, across the finish line. Finish the race. So that was a quick race, which is kind of what you want when you're just trying to complete the Futzthon challenges, events. We shall continue. Yeah, we made progress in Grey Days, so... Okay, so the third and final challenge of Grey Days is to win a race at Sebring in the rain. So I'm at Sebring, obviously. Once we get past this screen, I'll show you the setup I've done. So go into race setup. So I'm at Sebring International Short Circuit. It's not the shortest, but you know, it'll do. Pick any track. I believe laps is 1. I've got driver tasks turned off, which guarantees the win. Game type is circuit race. Track scenario is rain, and car division is any as always. Make sure it's rain and make sure you're at Sebring. Yeah, it's not specifying a specific track. So we'll should be right to get it. We'll go ahead and start. And there we go. Finished. say that we've made progress in grey days, and now we've completed grey days. So I'll go ahead and quit and collect the rewards. What's it on? And it loads. So we've completed grey days, and we've got the 1998 Subaru Impreza 22B STI Forza Edition with a collector value of 200. There we go. I will have to check to see if I have duplicates of this car, and if so, I'll be auctioning one off. Just trying to keep my cars down so I don't fill up my garage completely again and can't get any more cars. So as always, guys, please leave a like if this video helped you or you enjoyed it. Let me know which in the comments. Leave a dislike if you didn't like the video or it didn't help you, and again, leave a comment just to let me know if it didn't help you, and if it not, how can I change things up so that it can help you, or maybe you just knew what you were doing and really need to watch the video, so maybe you just enjoyed it. If it didn't help you, I do apologize. Let me know how it didn't help you, and hopefully I can improve next time to help you more, or to actually help you, I should say. And as always, just leave a general comment if you can as well. It all helps. Sub if you haven't, if you like viewing these videos. And as always, I will leave a link to my Twitter and Discord in the description, as well as the Mixon Motorsports Twitter and